Hey guys, Jacob here. This is going to be my quick PvP build video. A lot of people lately have asked me what are the weapons and what are the gear I'm currently running in this patch. First of all, I'll show you guys right now. I'm running the P416, which is so far my favorite assault rifle in the game, right next to the AK. And the main goal of this build was to get a decent amount of damage, but also experiment with a little bit with the new gear sets and try to make a high RPM assault rifle. I'll get right into the weapons. This is the custom P416 G3, 14k damage, 938 RPM. The first talent is measured. The top half of the magazine has a 15% rate of fire and a negative 20% weapon damage. The bottom half of the magazine has negative 25% rate of fire and 20% weapon damage. Allegro for the extra 10% rate of fire bonus. Then stop, drop, and roll. While equipped, rolling removes burning, bleed, and poisonous stat effects once can occur every 60 seconds. The mods I'm using on this are the reflex sight with critical range, the laser pointer with crit chance, the 556 rifle suppressor, which is the Omega with 20% stability and negative 10% optimal range, the extended mag for 10 extra rounds, and that's it for that weapon. Next is the secondary, which is the Chatterbox. I'm going to tell you this now. I am not a huge fan of this weapon. I think it's cool, but me personally, I'd rather have a sniper on my character or something maybe like a shotgun due to the fact that the Survivalist is currently what I'm using, and that leans more on assault rifles and shotguns and stuff like that. But I probably might flip this in the future for something else like an M700 Carbon once I get my hands on a good one. But the main reason I'm using this is due to Blabbermouth, which gives you RPM. While holster reloading your weapon within 5 seconds after a kill grants 20% rate of fire for 10 seconds. So you're getting basically the 25% from the P416. That's from Allegro, and the 15% on measured when you fire the gun immediately. Then you're also going to get the 20% after you get a kill. So that's pretty awesome. You only get it for 10 seconds, and reloading your weapon within 5 seconds after a kill grants you 20% rate of fire for 10 seconds. So that's what the goal was, to make an RPM type assault rifle. I was originally designing this around the AK, but I cannot get an AK with the proper rolls, so I might make that in the future and make an updated version on it. Now the pieces I'm using are the Providence, Fenris, and True Patriot. I'm using the Providence due to the fact that the skill power, health, and weapon damage. The attributes on this are 7% cooldown reduction, crit chance, and restorative, which gives you 10% health on kill. Next is the chest piece, which there's two chest pieces I'm going between on this. Me personally, there's this one, which I was using because it had a little bit more weapon damage, and this one gives you crit damage, crit chance, and health, and it gives you berserk and vital. So these are two you can use. I prefer using this one, but this one does not have weapon damage on it, so I'm going to see if I could change that and use that one instead. And the mod on this is a offensive system mod for weapon damage, assault rifle damage, and SMG damage. The holster, which is the Providence holster, has health on kill, cooldown reduction, and offensive protocol mod with weapon damage, assault rifle crit hit damage, and SMG crit hit damage. Next is the new True Patriot backpack. This is the 2-piece bonus to get the 10% armor, and you guys can see here the other stats that are not unlocked because this is only a 2-piece. Next are the gloves with the shotgun damage and assault rifle damage. Like I said, I use this with build a sniper rifle and a shotgun. Shotguns are pretty good with this build due to the fact that it is a survivalist after all. Surgical for the crit chance. Let's just get a little bit more of a buff. And personally, I might flip this if I get the chance to order, which is grenades can now be cooked by holding the fire button, make them explode earlier. So when you're fighting players, you can just use that to make your grenades explode a little bit earlier. But surgical is pretty nice to get the extra crit chance, and clutch is very nice as well. So I do have a few older gloves, and once I get some higher stat gloves, I'll be rolling those on those to get clutch as well. Next are the knee pads, which this also gives you the 10% damage to armor because it's the 2-piece bonus. And the attributes on this are 6% crit chance and defense protocol stamina mod with health, armor duration, and extra incoming healing. The skills I'm using on this at the moment are the shield, and that's mostly due to the fact that I like this shield, mostly due to people in skirmish shooting at my teammates if they get downed. And while my teammates are reviving them, I can throw this up and run out in front of them and block most of the bullets. They still can get killed, but it's nice to be able to maybe save your teammate or block a few rounds if you're running out in the open due to people using sniper rifles and people using the Chatterbox like that. If you have to get close quarters to your assault rifle, that's why I use this. I try to stay long range, but people tend to get up in my face a lot, which, this is Division. It's going to happen, so that's why I use that. Next is the Chem Launcher, which a lot of people lately have been having a lot of issues issues with, at least on my friends list. I hear a lot of people saying there's an issue with it, which it's the double tap self heal. People are saying it's trying to shoot like a gun, but me personally, I've only had that happen to me once, due to the fact that I usually just double tap it in general to drop multiple heals anyway. So I guess I'm just used to it. But the third skill I would recommend using is the Hive Reviver or the Restorer. I think the Restorer is probably a little bit better if you're using Skirmish, because you don't really want to get downed while in Skirmish. And use this guy just to give you, you know, these little drones that basically repair allies' armor. Or you could use something like the Booster to basically increase their combat efficiency. Next are going to be the stats. You guys will see here. These are all the gear talents, the weapon talents, and the stats on the weapon. 14,000 weapon damage, 23% crit chance, 43% crit damage, 55% headshot damage, 23 range, 2.2 reload time, then the accuracy and stability bonus, all weapon damage bonus, the 31% assault rifle damage bonus, and you see the SMG bonus, shotgun, and that's from like stuff like the survivalist. So if you're using ARs, it's just using the survivalist to get the bonus. Then you have the 10% armor damage from the True Patriot set, and then defense, which is max health, armor, which is 150,000 to 499, and the max health is 49,833, and health on kill is 12,326, and health generation is 24,917. But here's some of the skills as well. They're pretty much the same due to the fact that I don't have much skills or electronics on this build in general. But that's going to be it, guys. That is just my build currently at the moment. I will be updating this later on, probably in about a week, to you know, tell you guys I've been updating and show you how it works then. But I will be showing you guys some gameplay probably in a few days with this build, so you guys can see how it works. But thank you guys all for watching. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
So, Devil's Cry, huh? Let's see what that sounds like! Don't you dare say it! Jackpot!